So, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I put a diary piece together, and I've had tons of people messaging me asking when it's going to be back up and running, so I thought it was about time I pulled my finger out really. So what I thought I'd do in this first one is just give you a recap of the last few months, because I have been getting out all winter. I just haven't been doing an awful lot of filming. It's really difficult trying to film everything yourself when the weather's bad and it's cold and you've got your lens steaming up and all that sort of stuff. So I've been doing a little bit, so I'll just give you a little recap of what's gone on really. So January was my first session of the year. Early January, dropped into the boathouse and I managed a lovely 19 common. I think it was the morning I was packing up actually. It'd been bitterly cold. I think the lake had only just defrosted really. And then I managed that. That was my first fish of the year, so it was nice to get the year off to a good start. And then managed to get back down a couple of weeks later and just unseasonably warm. Like we've had a really harsh winter this year. It literally seems to have dragged on for about 12 months. But pulled into the car park and it was 15 degrees in the middle of January. So I was luckily timed that session well with that weather really. Dropped into the moat and literally had a fish within about 30 seconds of the rod being in the water. I'd underarmed just a single hook bait out to a bush on the right hand side, set the alarm, clipped the bobbin on, and it was away literally within 30 seconds. A nice mid-double mirror. And then the following day I had a absolutely immaculate common, gorgeous fish, like really dark winter colours. I think that was just under 20 if I remember rightly. Then my next session after that was for my birthday session. It's become a bit of a tradition really the last few years. I always like to try and get out for my birthday, so it was the first week of February. I come down and did my first night in Heron's View and blanked, but I was done on my left hand rod. So sort of assumed the fish had been holding up in front of boathouse. Dave had actually done a night in boathouse, and then as soon as he moved I jumped in, put a rod back down towards where I'd been fishing in Herons, and within about an hour coming into the evening I had a fish called a halfling, bang on £25. Gorgeous fish. Shame it wasn't in the day really, because the photos don't really do it justice, but gorgeous fish nonetheless. And then following morning, just as I was about to pack up, I followed it up with another smaller mirror around about 17, 18. And then managed to get back out again a few weeks later and blanked. And then I haven't been able to get out for about 4 or 5 weeks now, just work commitments just getting in the way. So that brings us sort of up to speed now, and it seems like spring's finally here. So arrived yesterday morning about 7 o'clock, and I think we had the hottest day of the year yesterday. It was 24 degrees. So the lake was pretty dead really. I mean, last week it was fishing its head off. There was a run where I think the lake only did about 3 or 4 fish in about 5 weeks. And then it just seems to have all kicked off when we got the first bit of warm weather. And then it seems to have just sort of died a little bit really. There was a fish out from the pads yesterday and a fish out from the reeds this morning. But other than that, it's all been pretty quiet. Did think I should have had a fish last night, to be honest. I've got one rod down to a bush on my left hand side. This swim has actually changed quite a bit since, you might remember one of my diary pieces, I think it was October time last year. There used to be a big snag bush down to the left of this swim. They've removed that completely, so it always caused a few problems with cut-offs, and just sort of cut off that whole left hand side of the swim, so it's completely opened this swim up now. So I've got one rod down there where that tree used to be, and then the other 2 rods just straight out in front. And I did have fish showing over both spots last night, so I thought I would have had something really, but it just wasn't to be. But I've got another sort of 24 hours left. There's a big thunderstorm hitting tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get packed up before then really. I don't fancy getting caught out in that. So I'll just keep you updated for the rest of this session anyway, and hopefully you might manage to nick one when the pressure starts dropping into this evening and into the morning. Right, well, the timing on this one literally couldn't have been any better. I'd just finished recording that little piece for the diary, just started watching it back, and left-hand the fish down towards the bush absolutely ramped round. And so just had this one. Lovely, probably about 16, 17, I haven't weighed them, but lovely clean looking mirror. So probably only put about half a kilo of the Pacific tuna down around that tree last night, and I hadn't bothered topping it up. I really wasn't expecting a fish like this. I say it's early afternoon now and it's really hot again, must be about 17, 18 degrees. so I really wasn't expecting a fish. I was about to reel rods in, to be honest, and just go for a little wander round, so I really wasn't expecting to have a fish until later on this evening, if at all, to be honest. But so lovely way to start the first daddy piece of the year. Just quickly flip him around, show the other side. He's been quite lively, so I'll just quickly show you this side and then I'll slip him back in. So I've just topped the bush up with about another kilo, just mixed 10 and 15 mil Pacific tuna. So I say I might rest the swim for a little bit, let them come in, have a bit of free food, and then get right back on it shortly. But nice way to start the first one of the year anyway. Right, so we're just coming into the second evening now. It's gone really nice, calm, lovely, nice carpy evening. So it's been really quiet after I had that fish earlier today. So it's been really hot again, sort of 17-18 degrees, and like I said, I really wasn't expecting to have that one this afternoon, to be fair. It took me by surprise really, but it's always a bonus. So I've got all 3 rods off the night. I've got 2 across the far margin and 1 down to the bush where I had the fish earlier today. The top of the spot's up with more bait. Probably put about another kilo on the bush down to my left, and then I'll probably try and top the far margin spots up a little bit more shortly. So I was struggling a little bit with the wind before with the stick, but it's gone flat calm now, so I should be able to get some more bait out. Steve's just dropped in for the quick overnight next door in the reeds. He's just been getting himself sorted for the night, getting the rods out and a little bit of bait in himself. So we're going to have a little catch up shortly. We're both a bit excited because we're heading down to Bluebell in a couple of weeks, so we're going to get our heads together and get some plans into action for that. But so hopefully one of us will have something to show you tonight, but if not, I'll catch up with you in the morning.
Morning, just on the bankside with Steve. Bobbed into the reeds last night. Put 2 rods to the right hand side and 1 rod a bit longer. Put a bit of tops over the top of it, and a little bit of a white pop up. Lined loads of liners last night, and this one ripped up this morning. Happy days, as Steve would say.
Right, good morning. So it was Steve's turn behind the camera this morning. He popped his head in the bivvy about 6 o'clock to say he had one in the net. So ran round to do the camera duties. Lovely, just over £16, lovely 2-tone mirror. So Steve's happy anyway, come on for a quick overnight and managed to bag one. So it was all quiet for me last night really. I was getting a lot of liners on my middle and right hand rods, so I was expecting a fish really, but nothing came of it, unfortunately. So we've got a few more hours left today. So the storm seems to have been pushed back a little bit. It seems to be hitting around about 3. So I want to make sure I'm packed up and in the car by then. Don't fancy packing up in the pouring rain. So I'll probably get everything packed away and just leave the rods out for the last couple of hours and just see if we can nick a last minute fish. So I hope you've enjoyed this first daddy piece of the year. Like I say, I'm going to try and keep the momentum going and make sure I'm out filming regularly. So next weekend with my good friend Mick, who we haven't fished with for a good couple of years now, so we should get some filming done then. And then, like I say, me and Steve are off down to Bluebell in a couple of weeks' time, so hopefully we'll have something bigger to show you in a couple of weeks' time, fingers crossed. So, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed this diary piece, and I'll catch up with you the next time out to the bank. And as always, tight lines.